What's up, you guys? It's Nir here. And what's the most important trait to have as an entrepreneur? In my book, it's grit. That's it. Video's over. You can scroll on to the next. I'm kidding, obviously. But when I think about successful entrepreneurs and what traits do they have that make them successful, usually grit is the first trait that comes to mind, and it's not by accident. In my book, it's the most important trait to have as an entrepreneur, and it increases your chances of being successful tremendously. Now, there are obviously many other traits that you need to have or that will help you achieve your goals in life, but if I only have to point out one trait, hands down, grit would be it every time. So what is grit actually? What it's all about? Let's dive right in. So grit is actually defined by pushing through and moving forward towards your goal, towards your achievement that you want to make, regardless of the situation, regardless of bad things happening. You just push through, you persevere in hopes to achieve your goals. And if you want to get like a more professional jargon about what grit is, Wikipedia defines it as such. In psychology, grit is a positive, non-cognitive trait based on an individual perseverance of effort combined with the passion for a particular long-term or end state, a powerful motivation to achieve an objective. This perseverance of effort promotes the overcoming of obstacles or challenges that lie on the path to accomplishment and serves as a driving force in achievement realization. So as you can see, grit is actually a combination of a few traits combined into one that makes the whole, and maybe that is the reason that I think trait is one of the most, maybe the most important trait to have as an entrepreneur, because it's not actually just one trait, it's a few other things combined into one. Now obviously, don't get me wrong, being successful entrepreneur, and it's not just about how hard you work or how you push yourself to the limit. It combines a lot of other stuff. It combines a lot of other traits to have. But again, if I have to put my finger on one trait and one trait only, grit should be the one you achieve. Now you might be asking yourself, can you develop grit, or is it just something you have or you don't have? Are you born with it? Do you develop it? What's the deal here? That's a great question. I definitely believe that you can develop the grit ability and develop grit. And the best way I know how is by smashing the like button and helping me spread this video to other people who might be interested in this content. I've checked this method myself and it works 100% of the time. Go ahead, just hit that button. I really appreciate it. But all seriously, it really helps me out a lot. It really helps the channel a lot. And I really appreciate if you take that time and just hit that small button. Let's move forward. So in all seriousness, I really believe that you can develop grit. It takes practice, but I think you can develop that ability over time. Well, I also believe there are some people who are born with a natural ability, with the natural grit ability. I do believe people who are not considered to be perseverance can develop it if they practice enough. So here are a few tips that I believe can help you develop grit and move you closer to your goals. Number one, train yourself to follow through no matter what. If you keep falling short of your goals and you keep dropping off and you're not getting what you want, I suggest you start from the basics, right? Set a specific time to get up in the morning and do it. No matter what happens, no matter how tired you are, when the alarm hits, spring out of bed. Set an easy to complete task during your day or during your week and just follow through. Now, it might sound too easy or it might sound stupid, setting up really easy goals to complete, but what we want to accomplish here is forming the habit of completing what you seek, all right? Forming the habit of getting things done, no matter how difficult it may be, or no matter what happens during the week or during your day that might, delay your goals from finish. If you stick to it, if you complete tasks, no matter what, done is better than perfect, obviously, you form the habit of grit. Now, when you start completing easy tasks, you suddenly realize that you can do the same thing with harder tasks and harder goals. And as you progress with building this habit, suddenly you realize that, hey, I can finish stuff, I can do things, no matter how hard it's going to get. So it's a good ability to have, it's a good habit to form. Number 2, don't take the easy path. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but if you train yourself to do things the hard way, you actually train your mind to, to have the grit ability. You kind of force yourself to do things the hard way, the long way, but that's how you train your brain, that's how you train yourself to get things done, no matter the circumstance. I'll give you a quick, easy example. Let's say you own a house with a big yard, and obviously every now and then you need to cut your grass, right? So you could easily just pay someone to do it, but if you don't have the natural ability for grit, or you want to develop it and make you stronger mentally, I suggest you cut your own grass, even if you don't feel like it, even if it's it's a hot day and you just want to sit on your porch and do nothing. Forcing yourself to do things on your own, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's not a good day to do it, you build the habit of getting things done no matter what happens, and that's actually the grit ability, right? Obviously, I'm not saying you should do those things forever, but as long as you want to train yourself, you want to train your brain for the grit ability, I suggest you do things yourself, do things the hard way, not the quick and easy way, just to, train that muscle. Everything in our life, most of the things in our life, it's like a muscle. The more you train them, the bigger they get, the stronger they get. So this is just another example of how you train your grit ability. Also, life is hard sometimes. You can't just expect anyone or other people to do things for you. You have to have the ability to do things yourself and get them done. All right, number 3 is remove certain words from your vocabulary. If you keep saying stuff like, oh, this can't be done, or I can't do it, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. You're just working against yourself. Instead of saying negative things like this can't be done, I can't do it, start practicing telling to yourself or telling to someone else when he tells you let's do that and that. Sure, let's make it happen. Sure, let's see how it goes. Sure, I can do that. Why not? When you say stuff like that to yourself, you're setting yourself up for success. If you start a process, if you start a goal by saying this can't be done, you already failed in your mind. You already determined in your mind that this can't be done or it's going to be very difficult. But if you start the process by saying, sure, let's do it, you already set yourself up for success. You already, in your mind, the wheels start turning about how this can be done and what you need to do to get it done. And now all you have to do is transfer those ideas and those thoughts into the real world and actually just do it. So that's it, you guys. It's been a short video, but that's all I have to say about this topic of what is grit and why it's the most important trait to have as a successful entrepreneur. I really appreciate you watching this. If you like this video, please hit like, please subscribe to my channel for the latest updates I try and publish every week. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.